Hi guys, welcome to ZussieMakesit. In this video, we're gonna do something that is practical as we usually do here in this channel. And let me just set what the situation is here. We're in the middle of summer. We are almost midday, as you can see here, and it's already hot. And I live in a mobile home. Mobile homes usually don't have an air conditioning, set up within themselves unless they have been retrofitted with air conditioning, or they have window ACs or things like that. We don't have anything. We only have the fan right here. It's our friend. And we also have been working with this little guy, which when we were in an apartment living, that the space was way smaller, so that would cover the square footage. But nowadays we have a little bit more space, thank God, but we don't have the strength in the AC to be able to cool down the whole place. We have this whole living room, which don't judge me because I haven't been able to figure out how to decorate this place the way that I want. But it's big, it's connected to the dining room, also to the kitchen. So it's a big open space area, and this little guy doesn't have the strength for it. So let me show you what we got and how we're gonna install it. So let's start, guys. This is a window AC conditioner, and you're gonna say, well, Susie, what's the big deal? It's just a window AC. But wait a minute, we do have something special about this. This is a U window air conditioning, and what it does, if you can see the picture there, what I liked about this is that it doesn't have that chunky look from the other type of air conditioning that goes on the window, and that makes a difference, on top of having an inverter technology, which makes it less loud and also cools down really good. I do my research, like I go deep into the research, and I found that this was a really good option from what I actually wanted. So in the beginning, what I actually wanted was to get a mini split, and that's, I think, my dream and the end goal for this house. But right now we don't have the budget, like I was telling you, and I don't have the time to do it. There's a lot more involvement in that installation than this one. So that's one of the things why I decided to go for this one. And after lots, it was a couple of years that my head was like mini split, mini split, mini split. Now I'm like, okay, I found, a couple of videos where I saw this option, and I was like, well, this is good too. We can make it happen, and it's gonna be way less expensive, less time, and we're gonna be happy in the end. With all the reviews that I've seen from this machine, I think we have a winner right here. So let's not waste any more time because it's getting hotter by the minute. Let's install this and let's enjoy the cool air and also test it for you guys. Okay, so I've opened it. We're gonna see what it comes with. And right away I can see that we have the bracket that's gonna go and hold the unit. This is it. We have all the little brackets that are gonna hold it. There's also the control, and what I liked about this one from others that I researched is that this one actually has a little screen where you can see the numbers, because I really don't like when there's controls that sometimes are just like this and you can't see anything. I know this is just for the fan and the light, but when it comes to numbers where you're going to go up and down in temperature, I want to see how much control I can have. And really neat, it also comes with the batteries. As I can see, there's more foam that's gonna help us to install it for the window to cover any gaps, any air gaps. Right here you can see that U that I was telling you, where the window is gonna go in between. So this is what sold me on this unit, and also all the other reviews about the technology, how cool it is, literally cool, because it really cools down the area. I have about a 400 square feet area here, kitchen, dining room, and living room, and this one cools down up to 550 feet. So we're gonna be good on that front, and I expect it to be really cool over here. So one important thing that you need to take into consideration is, how far this goes out from the window. My windows do sit lower on the wall here. As you can see, they're very large. These are like 45 inches by, I'm thinking like maybe 3 feet or somewhere there, or 3.5. I have no idea. But one of the things we noticed right away with my mom is that right here, this sticks out a lot, and right here is where we have the entryway with the stairs. So this is gonna interrupt the flow of when people come in. And so we had prepared this area, but now we have to shift all our plans and go into this window, because this one is gonna be way better for that positioning of the air conditioning. The brackets on this go only as far as 36 inches. So my window is 45 inches. So what I'll need to do, and I'll try to see, is if I extend both arms to see how far they go out. And if I can put it in the middle of this window, then it'll be good. So hopefully. Well, guys, this has definitely been more than an hour with trying to figure out everything. One of the things is that because my window is way bigger, I'm gonna have to find a way to make it where, and I'm sorry, my lighting is really bad, I'm against the lighting, that we're gonna try to find something that we can use screws where we can secure the track here to the bottom of the windowsill, because the only part that I could secure it to the sides was right here, but the bottom, this part is like, loose. So another thing is, once we put the actual air conditioning on top of this needs to be centered, and then it needs to sit on this. And there's something at the bottom that I'll show you later that needs to align with those little legs, one on each side, and it just kind of sits there, and that's how you know that it's centered. Then there's insulation that needs to be put in place, but for right now, this is what we're doing. Oh, and another thing here in the sides, you have to get this part right here. This is where I thought that the window was gonna sit, but it doesn't. It actually extends to go outside. Take the tape off, and then you're just gonna turn it here. So this will actually support and actually catch the foam that you're gonna have to put. And then your window is gonna fall here. And then this right here that you see sticking out, this is actually a security measurement, which maybe they could have made it out of metal, just to make it more secure. But this is where your window will sit here. And then this ledge that you see here on the windows and this part, so that little thing that's sticking out that I showed you is gonna sit here, so that if anybody tries to open the window, it won't let it, and that's gonna be secured. Okay, so we're adjusting here, and I wanted to show you this right here is a good indicator of what you'll need to do. Do you see those little arches underneath the actual unit? And then you have this legs here on either side. So this right here is what you'll need to match so that it falls exactly and it's gonna sit in the middle, in the center, and be installed correctly. Now the next thing that you need to do is make sure that these are in between, like that they're aligned actually to the opening here where the window would fit in here. That way you can put the foam and then you won't have any air, you know, escaping. And this is on both sides. As you can see, I put some shims to be able to level and fill the gap, and that there too as well. And here I might actually be able to move this all the way to here so that I can adjust it and this doesn't have to be out so much, because this really doesn't matter. So I'll push it in as much as possible. Even though I already put in the screws, I'll just adjust it and put the shims correctly. But now it's just putting the foam and the insulation to be able to get it all nice and so that we don't have any air escaping. The next step is using these brackets so that we can actually attach the unit to the tracks and that they won't tip over. We're gonna use these screws. And we're actually gonna be using it like this with the little leg attaching to this side, and then this long leg on this side. And we will be using the little 1/4 inch screws attaching over here. These are the shortest ones in the pack. If that doesn't work, you can also use your hand screwdriver. I like these ones because these have different tips. And on this side over here, we will use the little bit longer ones, which are I believe these are the 1/2 inch. So you can see that they have a little washer, a plastic washer, so that it doesn't, so that it can stop here. And I'll just hand do it. How do you say it? I'll do it by hand. And I'm doing this on both sides. That way it's gonna be secured. Next step is getting the foam to be here in this little bracket that you see that it moves. It's gonna come up in the upward position. We took off the tape. Now we're able to slide it and just move it over. And you can see that this is the profile of the foam. So this top part is gonna be the top. It's gonna be top and front right here. And then you're just gonna sit it or slide it in right here until it goes to the very bottom. And you're gonna do that in both sides. I'm gonna cut here a little bit more to make up for this side. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the other side, but I'll figure it out right now, what we're gonna do. here is in the middle, and as you can see, there are these little things that will help you secure the foam. So you just have to use a flathead screwdriver. That's what I'm using, or whatever you have that's flat and that can fit in here. Move over these, which are gonna secure everything, and I'm just trying to get to the one that's below so that I can move it and then secure it here so that it doesn't move. And actually, to get this one that's upside down, we're gonna take out this screw. Do the same for this other side. Fully extend this so that the foam doesn't move. Of course, mine doesn't go all the way because my window is larger and it's wider, but I'm just gonna put this one back in and then put in the foam that I need, which I'm gonna be short, but I'll use something else to, I think maybe just some dual port or foam here to be able to fill in the gap that I have, because I only have a little tiny piece left over, and then slide this on top. And then screw it, put the screw back on in here. Okie dokie guys, I don't know if you're able to see, but this actually was the only piece of foam that I had left from the two pieces that come. So it does bring two other strips that are long, and all I did was I just measured here how much I needed to be on this side, and then I'm gonna move it here. Then I put the leftover pieces, one on top of here, and now this one, because they have the glue, I'm just sliding it over here. And actually I have a foam that needs to go underneath here just to seal, and I'll do that because I want to keep this one. Once we have this here, we'll have to put the foam along here, which won't be enough. So I'll have to see if I have any other type of foam that I think that I actually do, and I'll put it so that we can have a seal once the window comes down. So the next step is gonna be putting the insulating foam here, and I'm just laying it down. Fortunately, this covers my length, the span, almost to the T. It's a little bit short, but we're good. So I'm just moving it a little bit here, and I can put some of the other thinner foam if I need to adjust here or anything. But right now I'm just dry fitting everything. This should actually have also tape, because that would help it to stay. I'm gonna be short on this side, so I'll just try to get another piece of foam and attach it here. Okay, so the next step, so you're gonna just push the window as much as possible down, and then this is gonna sit here and it won't let the window go up for security. I'll do that on the other side. The second piece of security on top of these wings that you see here, which I think they're very weak, but I mean, at least it's something, is that they give you this piece, and I think in my case I would put it in this way. And that way I put the screws there, and you know, it'll be a way of, if they try to lift it, it'll have to rip through those screws. And then look at that, guys, we are almost done. I have the foam insulation here, and I decided to leave this side like this, and then on this side add a little bit more foam. I just used some foam that I had from you know, things that come in packaged, and then I added a little bit more of this foam on top and then fit it here. And the thing with this is that this way it'll be completely airtight. Next, the next thing that we're gonna do is oh my gosh, that fell, that was not secured. The next thing is that I'm gonna plug it. Thankfully I have a plug right there, and this is 115. So that's gonna mean, and I saw somewhere where if you do, oops, I have to try to get it in there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're turning it on. We're going for the lowest. So in the beginning you have to put it at the lowest. And did you see the louver go up? You also have the ability of moving the wind to where you want it to go. So that's gonna be super cool. We can move it this way, for example, instead of it just going all inside. And then this way we can put it that way so it all comes out like this. So we're gonna let it go and we're gonna try it out and close all the doors and see how it cools. And then once the room has cooled, adjust the thermostat to the setting that you want and you feel the most comfortable. And make sure the airflow inside and outside is not obstructed by anything, which it's not. Okay guys, so this is the control remote. Turning it on, and I'm actually going down because it was on 60. I'm gonna keep it at 60. Did you hear it beep? So now it's beeping again. And then we have there's a flash cool. That's really cool, probably just to lower the temperature faster. Okay guys, so we're gonna go outside because I didn't do the outside noise to show you what the level of noise is. It's not bad. It's just like, you know, a normal one of those white noises. And one of the things that I wanted to point out is just be careful when you're installing this and handling it, because when I tried taking it out of the box, I think I kind of damaged a little bit here with my hands, and also this is sharp, so you don't want to damage your hands. Just a tip for you guys. So you can see the sound is not bad at all. And this is how it looks. So I'm here now with my newly installed Midea AC unit. And I would say that as far as the results, I'm gonna start with how easy it was to install. I think from 1 to 10, it was probably a 7, solid 6 or 7. You do need time though, because I started at 12 and I ended up like at 6. I did take some breaks and I was doing things here and there, but mainly prepping the area for installation is the most important, and then figuring out where you're gonna place it so that it doesn't interrupt any flow outside of your house, especially in my case because I had to put it almost here. It's where everybody comes in and out in the main entrance, and where I wanted it initially was not a good place. So we had, thankfully I have this other window, so I was able to install it on this side, which is further away from that entrance. But it does take some time. You just have to plan out where you're gonna put it, you know, fit it so that make sure that it's all good. My window is way bigger than what the Midea installation says that you should put it in, because it's the widest, I think it's 36 inches. Mine is 45 inches width. So I had to make do, as you saw in the video as well, on how to do the rest of the insulation for the remainder of the length of my window. As far as the cooling, we did start cooling the house at around 6 o'clock, which had been a whole day of being hot during the day. So it took about 2 hours for it to cool down, where it wasn't cold, it just felt cool enough where, you know, it was nice. So I still have to find out if it will, you know, be good for those really hot days, because yesterday was not hot enough, and see with those hot waves in September and August how it's gonna deal once we have this one installed. We'll probably have to do a pre-cooling where we start the cooling the AC unit earlier in the day so that it doesn't heat up the house as much and we have it nice and cool. As far as sound goes, I think the noise level that it has is not bad. It's actually very nice. It's like a white noise, and they do say that it's about 43 decibels in the inside, but as you saw when you go outside, it's a little bit louder, which is not bad for outside noise either. So I think on that front, Midea is a-okay. I think that as far as looks, you can see that it has a really nice front, very modern, and it's not like the other window AC units that look very clunky and old, and just, it does have the size, but it's not where it looks old, you know? So as far as how much electricity it's going to consume, I saw a video where it said that it's gonna consume at least $43 a year for using this unit. But now that I see the box, it actually says that it consumes $65 a year. We'll see, the verdict is still out. I'm gonna check my bills to see if that is actually true, and I'll update you with all that information. And then I just wanted to go over a little bit about the pricing. I bought it online for $449, which actually, now that I see the box, it says $429 at the store. So I'm gonna have to go and see about refunding, getting some refunds on my purchase, because that is not good. And I also added a $75 guarantee for 3 years, and I did get $50 back because I added I signed up for the Home Depot credit card, and it gave me $50 back. But I messed up because when I saw there was a rebate that I was like $90 for it, I actually thought it was gonna be somewhere where you buy and then you show your receipt that you bought. What happened was that it says that it actually had to be done with the purchase. So I missed out on $90 of discount. I know. I don't know what I am gonna do. Maybe I can go talk to the Home Depot and see if I can get it refunded and then, you know, do the whole purchase again. But who knows? Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that so that it doesn't happen to you. And if you're gonna get the rebate, do it right there and then if you're gonna do it online. So guys, I hope that all this information was useful to you. If you're gonna go and get the Midea AC unit, the U AC unit, I hope that this helps you. And let me know in the comments if you already have something like this in your house, how it's going, and if you're thinking of getting this, let me know if this was useful as well. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and God bless you.